I'm Joe Lochran, and this is Connor Pelletier, and this is the Netflix pregame show. Connor, this week, Pace takes on Holy Innocents in a region matchup, a rivalry matchup, and it's homecoming. Big game for the Knights coming off a close win against White County last week.
You're exactly right. That game was not the greatest one for the Knights, but we were saved in the end by the senior kicker, Samuel Sloman.
Sloman, 3 field goals on the night, including one from 53 and the 48-yarder with 8 seconds left to win it for the Knights. Somewhat of a sloppy game for the Knights other than that. Gunnar Falk had 152 total yards and 1 touchdown, but he was very impressive in the way that he game despite taking several shots from the White County defense. And Keyshawn Perryman had a couple of late carries towards the end as out with injury to kind of put the Knights in field goal range in that last drive.
You're exactly right. It's a big step up by the freshman. Come in the game, get his number called, and come through in the clutch.
So Holy Innocents, not the best start to the season this year. They're 1-2 coming off a bye week. 2 weeks ago they beat George Walton, so that was a good win for them, but at the same time you have to feel that this Pace team is superior to this year's Golden Bears team. So around the region this week, Lovett lost to Woodward to open the season 0-4, their worst start since 1990. They lost to Woodward 37-7. Obviously very tough strength of schedule. They're not that bad of a team, and I'd expect to see them bounce back before the year's over. In other news, Wesleyan and GAC were off, and Benedictine beat Liberty County 42-23. Benedictine, obviously one of those 3 schools that's ahead of number 4 Pace Academy in the AA rankings right now.
Number 1 school in the state, and they're looking to really put their clamps on as a real state contender this year.
So this game, Connor, it's a big one. It's a huge rivalry matchup. Pace is 1-2 the last 2 years. They did beat the Bears 31-17 last season. What can you expect tonight, Connor?
I mean, I'm looking for them to come out and put their foot on the Golden Bears next and just try and run them out the building.
Yep, if they can dictate, they can have a very good shot at winning this game. So now it's time for our offensive and defensive players to watch this. Who do you have on offense?
Now on offense for me, it's going to be freshman Keyshawn Perryman. We were talking about him earlier. With Jordan Payne out with injury, he's going to need to step up big for the Knights and have a great game for the Knights to succeed tonight.
And on offense, I'm senior wide receiver Spencer Hemingway. It's his first game coming back from injury this year. Had a productive first game. He's that solid wideout that can really get you some catches when you need it the most. Very reliable, great hands, nice route running. So it'll be great to see him back in the lineup for the Knights tonight, and we'll see what he can do in his first game back.
So on the defensive end, I'm going to take senior linebacker Kyle Ward. The senior is always pumped up for these sorts of games, especially against the Golden Bears and Holy Innocents. Look for him to have a big game tonight.
And I'm choosing senior Mick Asaph. Asaph obviously has a history with the Golden Bears, tumultuous for sure, but in football and in basketball, always gets a little chippy between the two. So we'll see if he can come out and have a big game tonight against the arch rival Golden Bears.
They'll be pumped up.
And that's it for us. Make sure you tune into the game and go Knights. Hi, I'm Joe Lochran, and this is Connor Pelletier, and this is the Netflix pregame show. Connor, this week, Pace takes on Holy Innocents in a region matchup, a rivalry matchup, and it's homecoming. Big game for the Knights coming off a close win against White County last week.
You're exactly right. That game was not the greatest one for the Knights. Very sloppy play, but we were saved in the end by the senior kicker, Samuel Sloman.
Sloman, 3 field goals on the night, including one from 53 and the 48-yarder with 8 seconds left to win it for the Knights. Somewhat of a sloppy game for the Knights other than that. Gunnar Falk had 152 total yards and 1 touchdown, but he was very impressive in the way that he stayed in the game despite taking several shots from the White County defense. And Keyshawn Perryman had a couple of late carries towards the end as Jordan Payne went out with injury.
You're exactly right. It's a big step up by the freshman. Come in the game, get his number called, and come through in the clutch.
So Holy Innocents, not the best start to the season this year. They're 1-2 coming off a bye week. 2 weeks ago they beat George Walton, so that was a good win for them, but at the same time you have to feel that this Pace team is superior to this year's Golden Bears team. So around the region this week, Lovett lost to Woodward to open the season 0-4, their worst start since 1990. They lost to Woodward 37-7. Obviously very tough strength of schedule. They're not that bad of a team, and I'd expect to see them bounce back before the year's over. In other news, Wesleyan and GAC were off, and Benedictine beat Liberty County 42-23. Benedictine, obviously one of those 3 schools that's ahead of number 4 Pace Academy in the AA rankings right now.
#1 school in the state, and they're looking to really put their clamps on as a real state contender this year.
So this game, Connor, it's a big one. It's a huge rivalry matchup. Pace is 1-2 the last 2 years. They did beat the Bears 30. Hello, Knights fans, and welcome to the homecoming game against Holy Innocents. Pace, off to a 4-0 start on the season, takes on the Golden Bears here on this Friday night in Atlanta. It's a little brisk, but it feels good. Pace will be kicking off to start the day, and as they look for a 5th straight win to start the season.
Yep, great start to the season so far for the Knights, and looking to attack yet another victory onto the winning streak. And you know they're going to this game.
As here come the Knights out of the West End. Connor, a big storyline to watch so far tonight for the Knights is the injuries. Jordan Payne and Jordan Harris will both be out, both with leg injuries, as well as Realist George, obviously. Realist, who had a huge game last year against Holy Innocents at running back. So it looks like Keyshawn Perryman and Deion Jackson will carry the load in the backfield. But yeah, they have Pace has to overcome those injuries to beat this Knights team.
We get to see our first glimpse tonight of the National Kicker of the Week, senior Samuel Sloman.
Voted this past week as the Coles Kicking National Player of the Week. Congratulations to the senior.
The Knights are setting up. As the students pile in to Walsh Field.
Obviously a little lower turnout expected tonight because of the Music Midtown going on right now in Piedmont Park. The 2-day music festival will be happening today and tomorrow. Samuel Sloman will kick it away. It's the 5th straight game that the Knights have kicked it away to begin the game, and they've won all the previous 4. The kick is away, and it is out of the end zone. Touchback Sloman, and a good start for the Knights as the Golden Bears will be forced to start at their own 20-yard line.
Time for the Knights defense that did a fairly decent job against White County come out onto the field and see if they can dominate the Holy Innocents Golden Bears.
And a timeout by the Golden Bears. So Holy Innocents takes a timeout before the first play from scrimmage. Bold strategy. We'll see if it pays off. Back. So Holy Innocents lining up in a strong eye. Screen out to the right, and it hits the hands of the intended target and falls incomplete. Catch up was the intended receiver. Had some blockers out in front.
Well, you know what they say, if it hits your hands, you should catch it.
Looks like he might have been thinking about a little more after the catch than the actual catch there. Starting under center for the Golden Bears is number 15, Granier, the junior. And Anthony Trin jumps off 7 yards. A little overeager there, the senior lineman.
Got an offside call against the Knights. 5-yard mark off.
He's ready to sack, get in the backfield, and wreak havoc tonight.
Sure, he'll get plenty of chances. So 2nd down and 5. The give is up the middle.
Got a dive play up the middle.
Maybe got 3, so it'll bring up 3rd and short.
Walton on the carry, stop.
Now we talked about the size advantage Pace had last week against White County, and it seems as though that's carried through 2 weeks in a row.
So Granier lines up under center now. Gives the snap out wide to Ketchup. Ketchup has the edge. Ketchup, 40, pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 12 on the play, on the end around.
Great speed there by Ketchup to hit the edge. And good pursuit by Deion Jackson to run him down and shove him out of bounds.
Give is up the middle again on a dive. Maybe again got 2 or 3. So 2nd down and 7 for the Holy Innocents Golden Bears. And a motion, triple option dive play. He is swallowed up and driven back into the quarterback. Monstrous display there by the Knights front. The charge was led by Deion Jackson and linebacker Philip Markwalter.
The senior Philip Markwalter is such a good tackler that he can tackle the running back and the quarterback in one play.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 now. Holy Innocents might be forced to pass. Gives up the middle to Ketchup, and he is taken down after a gain of 2. That should bring up 4th down, and it will.
How unwilling to throw do you have to be to not throw it on 3rd and 10?
Obviously not very comfortable in their downfield passing attack.
Or maybe they're that confident that they could have gotten 10 yards on a halfback dive.
4th down and 8. Trey Blunt back to return. Coach Slade takes a timeout. There were 12 men on the field for the Knights. So solid timeout there by Coach. We'll bring it right back after this.
So the punter on down for the Bears. Rolls out rugby style and gives it a boot.
That was a good punt.
Fair catch there by Trey. He muffs it, and I think he got back on it. And it is Golden Bears ball, so he did not get on it. Punt muffed by Trey Blunt, the third, and it'll result in very good field position for Holy Innocents.
Can't make those unforced errors. Can't be giving away possessions like that. That's
8:43 remaining in the first quarter as Holy Innocents sets up at the pace 13-yard line.
The Bears take over at the Knight 13-yard line. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Back to pass, there's a screen, and he is dragged down by Philip Markwalter. Number 24, Brunson, on the catch. He's not the biggest wide receiver, for sure.
as if that's saying a whole lot.
Second down and 6 for the Golden Bears. And flags down, a delay of game penalty on Holy Innocents. That's big for the Knights.
Delay of game against the Bears. We're back about 5 yards, back to about 14. Make it 2nd and 11.
So second down and 11 from the pace 14, 7:50 remaining in the first quarter. Gives up the middle to the fullback, and he may have gotten one on the play, but it will bring up third down and long.
He stopped by a train in the gap there, along with some other Knights. Pick up give him a half yard on the play to be 3rd and just over 10.
So third down and 10 now.
Big 3rd down play here for your defense.
Quarterback under center, 3 running backs. And give is up the middle. He'll be short. Did get 4, but he'll bring up a 4th down and 6. And Holy Innocents will send the field goal unit on.
4th down.
This shouldn't be much more than an extra point, only about 25 yards on the attempt.
Now I was watching the Holy Innocents kicker during warm-ups. Wasn't exactly the strongest kicker I've ever seen. Certainly no Samuel Sloman.
We'll see if the Knights can get any sort of interior pass rush, maybe disrupt the kicker a little bit. And it is no good. Wide right.
So what was I telling you?
Pushed it wide right, did the Holy Innocents kicker, and that'll result in a 1st down for pace. So despite getting 1st and 10 on the pace 13-yard line, Holy Innocents comes away empty. 6:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Your score is 0-0.
After the missed field goal, the Knights will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20.
1st and 10 for the Knights now. Deion Jackson will start as tailback. Trey Blunt and Tony Addison, your 2 wideouts. Pitch is to Jackson. Jackson dragged down in the backfield. Nice play individually. number 30.
Walton was able to shed the block there from John Luke Brown and tackle Deion Jackson in the backfield. Great play by the Golden Bear.
In the backfield. So 2nd down and 15. Give it to Jackson again. And he drives the pile forwards. Probably got 3 on the carry. So that will bring up 3rd down and 12. Gunner in the shotgun now. Looking for Addison, but throws high. And that'll bring up 4th and long. So Pace will be forced to punt. Sloman back to punt, standing at his own 4-yard line.
Sloman on punted away for the Knights. Branson back to receive.
Liner, that'll bounce inside the 45, out of bounds at the 43. So that's where the Golden Bears will start their 3rd drive of the night. No points from either of the first 2. But the Pace can't capitalize on the offensive end.
Knights should be putting this HI offense, having put them in 3 and outs every single day of the week.
.445 remaining in the first quarter. Holy Innocents in that triple option offense. Man rolls out now, back to pass, and wings it. Ketchup can't come up with it. The big receiver having it hit his hands and fall incomplete.
Kyle Orr with some great pressure there off the edge. Almost got a sack, forced a high throw from the quarterback.
And it looks like that might have been a false start on the Golden Bears. It's one lineman jump forward. That's what it will be. So that'll set Holy Innocents back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Give up the middle, gets those 5 yards back, but also brings up 3rd down.
Williams on the carry for the Bears, gets it back to the original line.
Holy Innocents running some clock as it ticks down towards 4:15 remaining in the first quarter.
It's imperative for momentum's sake that Pace gets Holy Innocents off the field on this play.
And in motion, and give is to the side. He is wrapped up after a big gain of 8 or so. Out to the Pace 49. And we'll see if Holy Innocents gives a thought to going for it.
Thomas gets about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 4th and 2 coming up for Holy Innocents.
And I think they'll bring on the punt team. I think that's a mistake. I think I'd go for it if I were Holy Innocents here. Try to capitalize on some early momentum because I don't think they're going to have that many plays in Knights territory. Well, I think they are actually. They just had a big substitution. No, here we go. They're punting.
Always a threat, though, of a fake.
Mark Somerville back to return in the unsure nature. The quarterback is the punter. And the line drive will roll out at the Pace 26-yard line.
Mick Asaph very close to blocking that punt. That rugby style allows time for rushers to obviously get near the punter. But we'll see if Pace might get their hands on one tonight.
So Gunnar Falk and the Knights offense looking for better success this time out than they had last drive. We'll see if they stick with the running attack. They do indeed. Deion Jackson now through the middle and got out to the 36-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. Nice run there by Jackson. Hit the hole hard and didn't shy away from contact.
Deion made it about 9 yards. Timothy Coleman gave him the extra 1. Oh.
And it is intercepted. A lot happening that play. Pass was too high for Perryman. Got tipped and was intercepted by the Knights. And Trey Blunt ran over the ref.
That's never a good thing.
Inadvertently, but at the same time,
he'll remember that.
Yeah, he might remember that. But again, sloppy offense from the Knights. This is the second week in a row where Pace hasn't come out of the gate sharp against a team that they are clearly better than talented-wise. So first down and 10 for the Golden Bears at the Pace 40. Gives up the middle, maybe got 2.
You can see in some places on the field there's not so much blocking happening as is wrestling matches between Holy Innocents offensive guards and Pace Academy linebackers.
It's certainly chippy. These two teams never pretended to be friends. Knight beginning to dwell on us here at Walsh Field. Still 0-0 with 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. 3 running backs for the Golden Bears. The give is up the middle, and he is driven back. Although a generous spot gets him out to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6. And I think this might be 4-down territory for Holy Innocents.
Absolutely. On the Knight side of the field, within the 40-yard line, this is 4-down territory for them.
Definitely not in field goal range either.
2 rushes of 3 yards gets you the first down here.
Rolling out to his left, looking for a man. Pressured. Oh! Overthrown and almost intercepted by Mick Asaph. Nice pass defense by Blunt and number 24, Justin Moore, on the play. That'll bring up 4th down and 6, and we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like Holy Innocents will be punting. We'll see what they do decide to do. Only 38 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and they will punt. Play clock's at 1. and that'll be delay of game. Not the worst thing in the world, gives them a little more room to get their punt off, but still sloppy from Holy Innocents.
I believe that's 2 delay games on HI so far.
And a lot of high schools don't have play clocks. Pace is one that does, and they're very helpful to the officials. Most schools aren't used to having these play clocks, and refs are usually a little more lenient on the play time. Straight up punt this time, and it's a good one. Bounces out of bounds at the Pace Academy 12-yard line. So another nice kick by Holy Innocents and a more bad field position for Pace. We'll take a quick break, be right back with the offense. 0-0, 28 seconds remaining. We're back now. Gunnar Falk in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Give to Jackson. Jackson looking for a hole. He is out to the 17-yard line, gain of 5. Pace doesn't have to run another play this quarter.
Dion's doing a good job running after contact.
Give is up the middle again to Jackson. Jackson into the second level. Jackson out to the 31-yard line for a 1st down. That will bring the end of the quarter as Pace gets a 1st. But your score after 1, Pace 0, Holy Innocents 0. So now we start the second quarter. Gunnar Falk under center, and pitches it out to Jackson. Jackson slips and is met in the backfield by a host of Holy Innocents defenders. Loses 2 on the carry. It's not the way you want to start the second half if you're the Knights.
But the first quarter has been so.
I'll move to play-by-play.
And on the option, gets hit down for a gain of about 9 on the play. It will be about 3rd down and 1. Good sweep on the outside by Holy Innocents. Again, using their advantage to go to the outside. This defensive line is stuffing anything and everything in the center. They just need to get as far away as possible, and they're doing it to a great success.
And a quick timeout now. Before 4th down and 2. 7:41 remaining in this second quarter. Bring it right back after this. 4th down and 2 for Holy Innocents. They will be punting, despite the ball being at the Knights' 47-yard line. Low snap is grounded, but the kick is away. It is not very good, to say the least. The line of scrimmage was the 47-yard line. Pace will take over at the 37-yard line. So a net total of 10 yards, and the Knights will have, I think, their best field position of the night so far.
Probably, but they seem to have had trouble making any more than 1 first down in the day, so their offense needs to get that rhythm, get back in what they were doing now 2 weeks ago against Landmark, and then before in their thrashing of OLM, and even with Lovett. So,
and I know Coach Johnson loves the running attack, but I'd love to see if Gunner pass it a little more, and that's exactly what I do here, play action. And pass falls incomplete to Mark Somerville. Nice coverage there by the defensive back. So 2nd down and 10 now.
Do give Holy Innocents credit with their pass defense. They are able to get to these wide receiver tight ends very quickly, and they're able to break up these passes.
Second down and 10. Perryman, the lone back. Give is to Perryman, and he is met behind the line. Loss of 3 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 13. 3rd down and 13, excuse me.
Not too sure what Pace's game plan is for at least the passes have been deeply covered, Rum's getting stuffed. Do have Spencer Hemingway on the far right side.
Large pillows here for the Knights receivers. Good protection for Gunner. He might look to run it, and he does, and he is crunched. I don't think he got the first either, out to the 46-yard line. QB1 gets up okay. Number 21 for the Golden Bears, Thomas, the sophomore, on the stop. And Pace is looking to go for it. Give is to Perryman, and Perryman with the first down, out to the 49. Pace is the first one to go for it on a 4th down today, and they convert. So 1st and 10 now, fresh set of downs from the Pace 49-yard line, and they're looking to go quick again.
And this was a big first down for the Knights especially, going with no huddle offense.
Gunner's read collapses. Go over the middle. He has Addison. Addison into Golden Bear territory. 1st down and 10 at the 35. Gain of 16 on the play. And Gunner's read there broke down, so he scrambled around, broken play, and he found Tony Addison downfield for the completion. Looks to pass. Rolling out. He's going deep. Oh, and just out of the reach of Asaph. Asaph and Addison were both in the area.
Fox pass intended to Vic Asaph falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10. Right on the border of Sloman range. I think he could make from here.
What we saw earlier in practice today, he was right at the 50 and snuck it right above the center crossbar for around a 60-yard field goal in practice. Just unbelievable.
Again, named the Coles Kicking National Player of the Week last week, as the give to Perryman gets nothing. And it's a big award for Sloman. Rivals wrote an article about him, put on the University of Georgia Rivals page. Big week for Sloman, big week in the press as well, and we'd love to see that continue. He's a fantastic kicker, in my opinion, one of the best in the state of Georgia.
And I'm not sure how many will argue with you about that.
Gunnar Falk, 3rd and 10, in the shotgun. Looking to pass. Perryman does well in pass protection. And Tony Addison, 1st down, Knights.
Addison getting 2 big pass completions on the far right side so far in this drive. Huge helps for the Knights, ensuring their survival. to get a score in and finally get this game out of the gutters.
Gets out to the 23, gain of 11. And the key there, Keyshawn Perryman defending off his man in pass protection. Great job there by the freshman who runs it up the middle now. Gain of 11 out to the 12-yard line, and the Knights are rolling.
And there is Keyshawn Perryman's speed that we talked about in the weeks before. Finally coming back right there up the middle. And I don't even know how fast that was, but it was about as fast as I've ever seen.
5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Perryman to the outside now, and he is tripped up. Nice job there by the tackle for the Bears.
And now we have a switch in. Deion Jackson is coming in for Perryman. So now they have the stronger but slower type come in. Probably get a big run up the middle with this one.
Deion's still pretty fast.
That's true.
As he drives his way to the 7-yard line.
As predicted, a big run up the middle. Gets about half the yards to the first down. We're on 3rd and down and 5. Good rush right there.
3rd and 5. 4:10 remaining in the second quarter. Gunner has 4 wide. He'll look to pass, quick screen, Hemingway, oh! Intended for Hemingway, went through the hands of Hemingway, almost caught by Trey Blunt, but it falls incomplete for both receivers, and here comes the man, Samuel Sloman, on for a field goal attempt just to put the Knights ahead in this one.
And almost another pick right there by Holy Innocents, too. Just went in and out of the Holy Innocents cornerback's hands. We need to be careful with these kind of plays down in the end zone. But
so this is about 5 yards longer than an extra point. Same attempt length that the Holy Innocents kicker had earlier.
Around 26 yards.
But the difference is Sloman is much, much better. Samuel Sloman, good from 25, puts the Knights on the board, 3-0. Drive is a scoring one for the Knights, and they lead 3-0 with 3:57 remaining in the half. We'll be right back. We are back from Walsh Field. Sloman after his field goal to kick it off. Pace up 3-0, 3:57 remaining in the half. Each team only has 1 timeout left.
Kind of surprising. Timeouts have been used up very quickly in this game. Of course, Holy Innocents calling their first one before the regulation even started.
And a reminder to all Pace fans, make sure to stay tuned at halftime for the cheerleader performance and homecoming court ceremony as Sloman, who is a member of the homecoming court, nails his kickoff out of the end zone for a touchback.
And also, we have a special video airing later in the programming that is a interview with Sloman the man himself.
We'd like to thank our new broadcast correspondents, Francis Chrysler and Haley Hartman, for their work on the halftime interview of Samuel Sloman. 2 wide now for the Bears, 2 running backs. Everyone else on the line, that's quarterback. Pitch to the left, he's trying to find the edge. Stiff arms Addison, but he is knocked out after only a gain of 2.
So far noticing in this quarter, I have to say the player doing the best other than Somerville will probably have to be Tony Addison. But again, those 2 big catches, almost 15 yards both times, to set the Knights up for the field goal attempt, and another good pass and pass rush on the defense And again, right there, just got unlucky, got stiff arm, but he's been showing a lot of fight today.
Holy Innocents now rolls out to pass. Looking for his halfback, flags on the play, and he will pick up
Greatest pass is complete to
7, 8, 9, but this one will be coming back. And you know, Jack, the problem isn't that we're playing badly in this game. Pace, obviously, you know, they're playing better than their opposition, yet they're only up 3, which doesn't really concern me again for this game, but what it does concern me up for is the next 3 weeks. Pace plays a Wesleyan team that just got into the top 10, that is also undefeated, before having a bye week and then playing GAC, a state finalist from last year, whose only loss is to Benedictine. So, you know, this form worries me because maybe they're just playing to the level of the opposition. They really need to step it up if they want to beat Wesleyan or GAC in the next couple of weeks.
And only about 2 words I can say about this whole game that'll sums up most of it. Missed opportunities. Pace Academy getting down, settling for a field goal where they were on a roll to score. Again, Pace letting big turnovers, throwing 2 interceptions, just very unlike Pace very early in the game, and doing things like this, very, very silly mistakes, albeit very few penalties. This will hurt them big time in big games to come.
Drops the pass. Oh, and almost got a safety. Forced to throw, nice pressure up the middle.
That penalty hurt Holy Innocents a lot, pushing them back to now it's 3rd down and 24.
And you know, you said missed opportunities, and you're meeting the Knights, but at the same time, Holy Innocents also with a lot of missed opportunities. They had 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line and came away with no points. They've had the ball in fairly good starting field position all day, and yet haven't come away with anything.
And against teams like Wesleyan and GAC, they likely would have taken it into the end zone with 1 play. Plays like that are inexcusable against much bigger opponents that the Knights will be facing soon. And then later at the season, if they get into the playoffs to get to the further rounds.
Holy Innocents has to get to the 30 for a first. The ball is spotted at the 6. Back to pass. Oh, and he's sacked. He's sacked. And they're saying it's incomplete. I don't know how much his arm was in motion. Pace dived on in the end zone. Would have been a touchdown. It was almost a safety. And Justin Morris, the one delivering the huge hit on the quarterback for the Golden Bears.
I mean, absolutely knocked the living daylights out of that quarterback. And what I saw looked like a fumble. Refs get the final say as the clock is about to run out on the play clock, and it does. But big hit right there again, showing this defensive line just exploding off the line, busting through, making big plays in the backfield.
And you know the big thing here, Jack, backed up into their own end zone. They'll be punting. The quarterback is the punter, so he's still a little banged up from that last play. Let's see if the Knights can get a block, as Trey Blunt is only standing at the 50-yard line.
And he's only about 4 feet.
Flags down. Holy Innocents only has 10 guys on the field.
And yeah, as the play clock ended earlier, there'll be a delay of game penalty on Holy Innocents. And we'll move them further back. Not even sure how that's possible.
And they only had 10 guys on the field too, so could have been advantageous for a potential punt return.
4th down and a light year.
Let's see if Pace comes now. They do, but it's a kick is away. And it's a good one, nice bounce as it gets out to the Holy Innocents 48-yard line before nestling down.
Yeah.
So really a crisis averted there for the Golden Bears. You know, could have been a lot worse.
They got a very good, about 57 yards on the punt. So good work by Holy Innocents in the punt department, but again with that offense getting pushed back to 4th down and 27, sitting very uncomfortably in the back of their own end zone. They cannot allow stuff like that, and that's happening on both sides of the end zone. They need to make big plays in very easy opportunities.
Gunnar Falk hands it off now. Jackson looking for room. Jackson up the middle. Out to the 39-yard line, gain of 9. Second down and 1.
Pace running backs again showing their tenacity, the ability to just bust through the lines as they did in earlier games this season, and are starting to get over that first quarter slump of the game and are already 11 yards into Holy Innocents territory.
Gives up the middle. Jackson running hard. 2 minutes left in the half.
And that's good enough for a pace night. Showing on the stop for the Bears.
Pace
First down.
moving the chains again, already within Sloman's range.
First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Give us to Jackson. Jackson with the hurdle. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. First down and more out to the 21-yard line.
Wow,
Gain of
what a rush.
13 on the carry. It's a Pace first down.
Not much to complain about there. Again, showing these running backs are now really getting in an offensive groove, and Pace Academy is about 1 yard from entering the red zone.
Clock ticking under 120 now. Pace needs to punch it in the end zone here. Fumble. Falk with the run. Falk to the outside. Gunnar Falk. He's going. Touchdown. Pace Academy Knights. Holy Innocents arguing that he stepped out, but I didn't see anything. It was a broken play.
It's going to be ruled as a touchdown, and the Knights will be up 9-0.
You know, it would be ruled as a, well, it was a fumble, it was a broken play. Gunnar scooped it up, got to the outside, got a couple blocks, stayed on his feet, and put it in the end zone for 6. Big play there from the sophomore quarterback.
Spectacular play by this sophomore quarterback, getting in and doing what he does best, fixing broken plays. And that's not a missed opportunity, that's a made opportunity right there. Pace Academy turning around completely their offensive troubles in the first quarter.
Sloman on for the extra point. He throws it to Mick Asaph. Flag on the play. Mick looking for room. It was an awful snap. Mick Asaph was the long snapper, yet he got the reception.
And Pace Academy sort of wildly running around a wild goose chase in the backfield, trying to.
You can set that to music.
There are flags down, however. But Sloman got a complete pass right there to alongside Mick Asaph and tried to run around, but tackled at about the 20.
And it was a grounded extra point. I mean, the snap was bad. I mean, you couldn't have. That was the deal there, you know.
Hey, well, Sloman did get his first complete pass of
I don't
the
know if
season.
it counts on a 2-point conversion, though.
We'll let it slide.
So it's only 9-0 now, as the PAT goes unconverted. Can't fault Sloman for that, though.
But still, being 9-up is still 2 possessions. So a lot better than 8-up. Despite that, it will be pretty tough for Holy Innocents to get that as it seems right now.
.106 remaining in the half here. Sloman will kick it away. Sloman will kick it off. And the kick is away. And it is into the end zone for another touchback. So HI will have to go 80 yards and 106. We'll see if they can. And you know, you love to see that from Gunner, Jack. You know, he just the ingenuity to scoop up the fumble and run with it. And he got some nice blocks, stayed on his feet magnificently, and put it in the end zone.
Just thinking very well on his feet right there.
First and 10 Golden Bears at their own 20.
Give is up the middle. Only gains 2 on the play. 1 minute remaining now.
Walton on the carry, followed Beatty in on the tackle for the night.
.40 seconds remaining.
Second and 8 coming up for HI.
Screen play now out to Ketchup. Ketchup looking to get to the outside, and he is pushed out of bounds. Now that's big, only 23 seconds remaining.
Good work covering the sweep by the Knights defense. They've shown us a little bit of trouble earlier in the game covering those sweep outside plays, but getting back in the rhythm and cutting it off.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 now. And that going out of bounds there was big, because if Pace does get a stop here, they can call a timeout. You know, at the very least, have him punt it out to Trey. You know, see what happens.
Actually, about a 3rd and 3 coming up for.
We're like 3rd and 3, actually.
Knights need a big stop here to blow this game wide open.
Option now, pitches, and has the first. Oh, crushed after he gets that first.
Gets walloped.
Tried
First
to
down,
jump.
keeps drive alive.
And
Good.
on his way down, there were people in the way.
Usually that makes hurdling pretty difficult.
Thomas on the carry picks up a fair first down as he gets it out to about the 35-yard line. Gain of 7 on that play.
12 seconds in closing.
We'll see if they
Run
run
the
one
first
more
down.
play here.
See if they try a trick play.
Back to pass. Throws it deep and incomplete. So that's the way your first half ends. A little lackluster for both teams, but at the half it is Pace 9, Holy Innocents nothing. Make sure to stay tuned for Homecoming Court and our feature presentation, an interview with Samuel Solomon. We'll be right back after the break.
I'm Frances Chrysler.
And I'm Haley Hartman.
And we're here tonight with number 80, our star kicker for the Knights. So we have a couple of questions. How long is the farthest you've ever kicked a field goal from?
I've hit 63 in practice before, and 49 52 in the game last week.
Okay, have you received any offers or have any coaches contacted you in the last few weeks?
I've been talking to Elon in Chattanooga a lot.
Hey.
And George just contacted me this past week after last game. The article that came out.
How does it feel to be the player of the week and just demolish the other?
I mean, it was pretty cool. Like, I'm just thankful people voted for me and helped me win that award. So I'm just thankful for that.
So humble.
All right, you've had a huge influx of interest both on and off the field. What's the most interesting thing that's happened to you so far?
Probably Georgia contacted me. I never thought that my dream school would ever do that. It's pretty cool.
So discuss your journey to kicking, because we know you play soccer too. So tell us about how long you've been kicking, how you came to do that.
Well, I mean, it's my second season kicking, but I've been like just doing it for fun for a long time now. And I just decided last year I'd give it a go. Yeah. Ended up working out real well for me.
All right, if you could go on a date with anyone at Pace, who would it be and why?
Probably Mrs. Camp, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's
She's
a
beautiful.
Incredible.
They're my favorite teacher of all time. So.
What's the student you would pick?
Student? I don't know. Too many. I take y'all three.
Aww.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. So tell us about what goes throughout your head before you kick. Like, are you nervous? Does the crowd pump you up, or what?
Honestly, I have no idea. I never really paid attention to it. I have no idea what I think. I just kind of kick. So.
Yeah, I got you.
What college or professional football player do you most associate yourself with?
Probably Marshall Morgan, the kicker for Georgia, just because he's my favorite kicker who plays football, and he seems like a fun guy, and he's done a great job there.
What do you think the hardest part of kicking is, or the most important part?
Probably kicking off touchbacks. So I think that's the most important part.
Well, that's all we have for tonight.
Catch us next home game.
Probably, maybe.
Netflix.
But Samuel Sloman.
All right, thank you.
I'm Frances Chrysler.
And I'm Haley Hartman.
And we're here tonight with number
And we are back for the start of the second half. Pace Academy Knights lead Holy Innocents Golden Bears 9-0. As Deion Jackson, Trey Blunt get ready to return the opening kickoff of the second half.
There's a shank kick, and Pace looks to have fallen it on the 40-yard line.
Great hands there by Philip Markwelter to react to the off-forward kick. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. I actually think it was shanked, like you said. But great focus by the senior linebacker. Get two hands on the ball and just hit the floor.
So Pace's offense will take over at the 41-yard line. Gun under center in the I formation. Two wide receivers out. There's a draw play to Deion Jackson, who's muscling his way forward and looks to be very close to the first down line. We'll see what the call is.
And it's going to be a first down. Deion Jackson doing a great job tonight of running after the first contact. Doing an absolutely fantastic job of just pounding through these Golden Bears.
So same formation. Another handoff to Deion Jackson. Deion's got room, and Deion's gone right up the middle. Deion Jackson, 48 yards for a touchdown. 11:30, only 30 seconds into the game, or into the second half, excuse me. And Deion Jackson scored.
Well, Deion was starting to get moving at the end of the first half, and he continued that momentum into the second, capped off by a fantastic run for a touchdown, only 29 seconds into the second half.
Seemed to be only touched by one guy who tried to get him, but Deion Jackson was just too fast.
If it's working, don't leave it.
Sloman on to kick the extra point. High snap, but Sloman kicks it straight through the middle to make it 16-0. Pace over Holy Innocents with 11:31 left to play in the third quarter. We'll be right back. We are back with Samuel Sloman set to kick it off for the Knights with 11:31 left to play in the third quarter. Sloman kicks it deep. Touchback. Not too much to say there.
Holy Innocents returners not even acting like they have a chance. They know these kicks from the senior are just going through the end zone every single time.
So after that 48-yard Deion Jackson rushing touchdown, the Holy Innocents Bears will take over at their own 20-yard line with one wide receiver out, three in the backfield. Is a hand up the middle, and it looks to be Andrew Thomas with the tackle. Looks to be a loss of one on that.
Pace's defensive line, especially the defensive tackles, have been dominant so far tonight. Anthony Trin, Andrew Thomas, both having spectacular games so far. Now if Knights could force a quick 3-and-out here, get another score of their own, could really put the Golden Bears into a corner.
So the Golden Bears taking a long time in the huddle. They have 2 seconds left on the play clock, and they barely get it off. It will be a throw. Who throws it deep, and just dropped by Ketchup around the 42-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd down and 10 with 10:37 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The Golden Bears barely got that play off as they got off with probably 0.5 seconds left on the play clock.
Holy Innocents' passing game has been shoddy, to say the least. Very risky passes.
Maybe not their passing game, but maybe their receiving game. Like, the receivers just aren't able to catch the ball. It will be an option.
Oh, no.
Option to pitch, and he is dragged down by his jersey at the 20-yard line to bring up 4th down.
It's bad angle taken there by the quarterback on the option play. He was throwing it more backwards than he was to the side, making it a very easy tackle for the Knights. Although the running back was a good ways away from any Knights defenders when he caught it, he was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So, of course, that's not going to be any help to you as an offense.
So the quarterback is still back to punt. Trey Blunt III back at his own 40-yard line to receive it. Line drive kick. Blunt will let it roll to the 37-yard line. And that's where the Pace Knights will take over with 9:38 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We will be right back. We are back here after that very short break. Gunner under center in the I formation. 2 wide receivers out. Flag, and Gunner, broken play. Gunner keeps it, and he throws it out of bounds. I almost have no idea what just happened there.
Great elusiveness by Gunner Falk. Get out of the pocket. But what's really impressive about that play is Gunner's I would say coolness under pressure there to throw the ball out of bounds rather than try and force a pass.
So the official's still debating whether, and it will be a false start penalty on the Knights.
Procedure call against the Knights. That'd be a 5-yard penalty.
9:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. The ball will be placed at the 36-yard line.
Penalty was declined. They'll take the play. Second incomplete pass. Second and 10.
Gotta feed the beast, Deion Jackson.
Hand off to Deion Jackson. Another flag on the play. Deion breaks through, gets a 1st down into Holy Innocents territory. We will see what the flag is.
Right now, if you're the Pace offense, HI has no answer for Deion Jackson at this moment. You got to keep going to him. I like the first play call with the play action. Catch HI with his feet down, on his heels.
Another false start penalty on the Knights. That will bring them back a bit of a way. Second and 15, 9:20 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Ball is placed at the 32-yard line. I formation, 2 wide receivers out. Gunner under center. Gunner fumbled the snap. Broken play, he keeps it to the outside. And he gets a first down and more. Avoid 2 people. Still going. And it's brought down around the 31-yard line in Golden Bears territory. Fantastic elusiveness by Gunner Falk on the fumbled snap to get around the defense. And
Gunner, act like you fumbled the snap, pick it up, and just get running. Another flag on the field. Coach Slade is somewhere amongst the Holy Innocent secondary.
Standing at the 20-yard line behind Holy Innocents.
Perhaps he's showing one of his receivers what route to run.
Not sure what he was debating with the officials there, but Holy Innocents, Pace will take over at the 31-yard line. Still same formation. Addison to the right. Spencer Hemingway to the left. Hand off to Deion Jackson right at the middle again. Trips up, but keeps going. Gets inside the 25 to around the 22-yard line. We'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Great balance shown by the junior there. Took the hit, almost stumbled down, but kept his balance and ran for another couple yards to make it 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 for the Knights.
Still same formation. Another handoff to Deion Jackson right up the middle. He gains a first down and more. Almost took the entire Holy Innocents defense to take him down. He gained about 6 yards and got a first down to the 15-yard line. 8:05 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
Keyshawn Perryman checked into the game now for Dion.
Perryman gets the handoff and broke 1 tackle, but is brought down almost immediately after.
Keyshawn Perryman works typically best on running to the outside because of his amazing speed and agility. Great change of pace back in comparison to the likes of Jordan Payne and Deion Jackson.
Seven minutes left to play. Play action. Guy throws it to the end zone looking for Spencer Hemingway. He got it for a touchdown. 13-yard throw from sophomore to senior. Great route by Spencer Hemingway.
Welcome back, Spencer Hemingway. After having a fantastic debut game, or first game I should say, against Lovett, being injured for the past 3, comes back, gets a touchdown reception.
Just got enough room for Gardu. Hit him in the end zone for a touchdown. Sloman on to kick now. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle, good. 6:58 left to play. Your score here at Walshfield, 23-0. We'll be right back after this.
And we are back here for the kickoff. 6:58 left in the third quarter. As Samuel Silvan gets ready for his second kickoff of the second half. Knights have extended their lead to 23-0 and are looking to really put the class down on this game.
Someone kicks it off. Holy Innocent's returner thought about getting it, but then was just like, nah, just let it went. Back into the end zone for a touchback. Bears will take over at their own 20-yard line. Still 6:58 left to play.
Georgia high school football rules dictate that if a returner catches the ball in the end zone, it is automatically a touchback. So all Solom has to do is actually just get the ball to the end zone, and he has well done more than that in each one of his kickoffs. Holy Innocents lines up in the I formation. Quick fullback handoff. Breaks through the line, gets to the secondary, and is dragged down by a host of Knights after a carry of about 16 yards.
Knights not expecting that quick speed from their fullback, but he got 16 yards almost immediately. Mick Asaf with a tackle in the secondary. Ball at the 36-yard line. Holy Innocent sets up in the I formation with two wide receivers out to their left. Another handoff to their fullback, who gains about, I would say, 5 yards.
The chippiness is starting to show through in this game. Anthony Trin there after the quarterback handed off. Clearly Anthony was assigned to go after the quarterback because he sure felt the A-train on that one.
Another handoff right up the middle to the fullback, and he gained about, I almost have no idea. He got into pace territory almost immediately. It was hard to see what happened.
HI putting together one of their most productive drives of the entire game, making their way onto the pace 40. Knights hoping to keep the shutout going, though.
There's another handoff right up the middle to their fullback. This time pace stops them for a gain of about 3 yards.
And a timeout taken by the Pace Knights. With 4:52 left in the third quarter, your Knights lead it 23-0. We'll be right back.
And we're back. Holy Innocent's quarterback keeper, almost right at the middle. He's still going, gets a first down and more to the pace 21-yard line.
Great perseverance on the quarterback keeper there. Burst his way after the initial hit and get more than a first down.
Holy Innocence comes out in the same formation except 2 wide receivers out to the right side. Toss play. Philip Markwalter in the backfield, and he gets him down for a loss of about 2 yards.
Philip Markwalter playing a heck of a game tonight. Burst into the backfield, chasing down running backs. Doing a great job chasing down receivers as well on the short passes. Having an all-around great game tonight.
Great speed, as he just showed, to chase down their running back in full sprint. It's a 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Handoff right up the middle to the fullback, who gains about 3 or 4 yards. We'll bring up 3rd down and long.
Pace asserting its dominance right now in the middle. After those big plays by both on the fullback handoff and the QB keeper.
3rd and 9 on the field right now. Ball at the 20-yard line. 3 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Fake fullback right at the middle, and a toss to the outside, which Tony Yassen stops out of bounds before he can get the first down. We'll bring up 4th down.
Now we've already seen their kicker miss a 26-yard field goal tonight. You gotta wonder how their confidence is on what would this 36-yarder.
4th and 6. Let's see what's happening. They may be going for it.
And
they are. 4th down and 6. Toss play to the outside. Phil Markwalter almost gets him, trips him up, but he gets the first down to the 8-yard line. So close.
great play call by Holy Innocence there. Fake the inside handoff and hit the toss to the outside.
It was the same exact play as they ran before, except to the right side this time. They do pick up the first down. 2:23 left to play in the third quarter. Ball at the 9-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal. Hand up right up the middle to the fullback, who's brought down immediately by Anthony A-Train Trin. Under 2 minutes left to play now in the third quarter. Second and goal from the 9-yard line. Some confusion with the new wide receivers. Their tight end seems not to know where to line up correctly. But it is a hand up right at the middle to the fullback. He was close to the goal line, not quite.
Big play here. Third and goal from the 5-yard line. Can the Knights keep Holy Innocence inside the end zone one more time?
Clock is ticking just under a minute now.
All right, Knights fans, root on that defense.
Holy Innocents line up in the heavy set formation. Give to the left side. There is some pushing and shoving. There is lots of players just thrown to the ground on the left side of the field. Lots of flags on the field.
You wonder how many they got in their pockets after. I think I saw 4 or 5 thrown on that one play.
A helmet was lost by a Pace defender.
You got got the head coach from Holy Innocents out talking to his players, Slade out talking to his defense.
Well, the runner did not get the touchdown, so we'll bring up 4th down, or whatever it is. Still awaiting a call from a referee.
And we knew we'd start to see more of this fighting as the game progressed, especially with HI being so frustrated, being down 23-0.
Let's see what the referee has to say now. Personal foul on Holy Innocents. He is ejected. Offsetting personal foul penalties. A Holy Innocents player was ejected there, not sure who. But that will bring up 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line with just under 30 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter.
If you're HI, this is definitely, you got to go for this.
It appears they are.
What?
It appears they are. Officials still talking with some players. And the clock keeps running now. About 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter now. Holy Innocents lines up in the heavy set formation. It is a handoff right at the middle. Referee signaling he was down at the 1-yard line. Holy Innocents players do not agree. Pace players celebrating. And he does not get it.
He got pretty close though.
Pace will take over almost at their own goal line. 5 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
You'd be hard pressed to find a starting position than this.
5 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Knights ball, 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Gunner under center, hands it off to, or no, it was a play action, deep to Trey Blount, who just could not bring it in. That will end the 3rd quarter. Your score here from Walshfield, 23-0, Pace over Holy Innocents. We will be right back after this break. Hand off to Deion Jackson straight at the middle to around the 8 or 9 yard line. We'll bring up third down.
Good work by the Knights to get out of that big hole back in the back of the end zone after that momentous stop of the Holy Innocents drive with the 4th and goal at about the 3. And they'll be at the 9 yard line.
It's a 3rd and 2 now. 11:30 left to play in the game. Heavy set formation. Deion Jackson takes it right at the middle. Stiffs arms one defender. Still going. Brought down by 4 defenders at the 25 yard line.
If I'm not mistaken, around 7 yards. Dragging 3 Golden Bears along with him. And you could say he just evaded the bear trap there.
Another heavy set formation. Gunner under 7. Another handoff to Deion Jackson. Straight up the middle for about 5 yards.
Another big busting right through the line. Handing off to Deion. A lot of time left in this game. It's in the 4th quarter. Just want to drag out the time, put another score, make this game long since gone.
Second and 5 from the 30. 10:35 left to play. Another hand up to, this is a Keyshawn Perryman, who juked one guy and went to the outside, brought down by 3 defenders at the 35 yard line. That will move the chains for another Pace Knights first down. 10:26 left to play.
But a big worry about this game before coming in was the injury of Jordan Payne and seeing how Pace Academy could recover from it. And it seems like with Deion Jackson, they're doing quite well with this.
A timeout on the field. So with that timeout, we will take a break. 10:26 left to play. We will be right back. We are back. Fumbled snap. Hand out to Keyshawn Perryman right at the middle. Still going. Breaks 2 tackles. And is pushed out of bounds around the 36 yard line. Into Bears territory. 10:02 left to play.
What a great rush by the freshman, picking up 29 yards on another fumbled gunner snap that now has had both of his snaps ending up in spectacular plays that have been fumbled. 3rd, actually, my bad. 3rd. Again, good job thinking on his feet for the quarterback Falk.
So same heavy set formation at the 36. Perryman still in the backfield. Will be a handoff to Perryman right at the middle. Breaks to the outside, breaks the tackle, and gets it about a first down. Late flag on the play after the tackle was made.
After that broken tackle, you can say Keyshawn just logged into www.youcan'ttouchme.com.
Personal foul penalty after the play was over on Holy Innocents. That will move the change to the 11 yard line. 9:52 left to play in the game.
And it didn't take long, but Pace is right back deep in the red zone and ready to put the ball in the end zone again.
Same heavy set formation with Perryman in the backfield. Hand off to Perryman, up the middle. Holy Innocents right in and stopped him. 7 or 8 yard line. second down.
Not a whole lot to say on that play. Short rush up the middle, Holy Innocents finally getting their defensive line packed tightly and stuffing the runs up. Wouldn't be too surprised if they pulled out a play action for this one.
Hand off to Perryman. Tripped up around the 7-yard line.
Another stuffed play by the Holy Innocents defensive line. Doing a good job covering that area as they've had way too much trouble with tonight. And it'll already be a 3rd down and long inside the 10-yard line. And Pace deep in the huddle.
Same heavy set formation. Gunner play action. Hits Kyle Orr around the 2-yard line. Did not get a touchdown. He leaped up high in the air to get that one and fell a yard short.
And that'll make 4 Gunner Falk fumbles that he's turned into fantastic plays. But doesn't quite get the first down on that one, but does shorten to 1. And it looks like they're bringing on Sammy Sloman.
4th and 1 at the 1. Looks like we'll kick it. I'm almost disappointed about that.
This be a pretty easy chip shot.
Someone hits it up. Good. That makes the score 26-0. 7:18 left in the ball game. We will be right back.
Now with your score 26-0.
Patrick Markwalder set to kick it off for the Knights. Looking to gain some experience as a freshman.
And this will be his first kick of his career.
Let's see what Patrick Markwalter can do. He kicks it off far to the end zone. Ketchup takes it a yard deep. Ketchup still going to about the 27-yard line. Good kick for a freshman. Patrick Markwalter.
Excellent, nothing to complain about. Getting just at the edge of the end zone with another year, maybe a couple years on him. He could have the potential of reaching something like the great Sloman.
Some people were worried who would be our kicker after Sloman left, but I think we're just fine with young Markwalter.
Exactly. And with that field goal, this game has been officially now more of a point difference than Pace versus Lovett in their first game here.
Quarterback keeper gets nowhere on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 from their 29-yard line. 6:40 left to play in the game. I formation, 2 wide receivers out to the left. Fullback fake, running back toss. And he is brought down around the 34-yard line by Deion Jackson.
Another solid open field tackle by the junior.
Third down now. All about 5 yards. Clock ticking just under 6 minutes in the game. Fullback up the middle, stopped immediately by the freshman Cameron Hamilton.
And that'll bring up a 4th down and 5. Holy Innocents with another 4th down of the day. And it looks like they're sitting out the punting team. Keyshawn Perryman is back to return at around the 30-yard line of the Knights.
Punt is away. Short one, out of bounds. Bounce back inbounds at the 35-yard line. Under 5 minutes left to play. Pace will take over right there.
And it looks like the freshman quarterback, Jared Raymond, will be coming in at the 35-yard line.
In the shotgun with Perryman to his right. 4 wide receivers out. High snap. Quick throw to Spencer Hemingway, who dodges a defender and dives forward for a gain of about 6 yards. We'll bring up 2nd and 4. Raymond still in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers out. Perryman to his left. Whistles on the field. Not sure what's going on. We will resume play now. Raymond takes a snap, throws it out to Jaden Stiegel, who dives forward and gets that reception. Close to the 1st down marker.
That'll be a close shave right there, but will he get it?
It is a 1st down, and that will move the chains.
That's enough for a pace night.
Under 4 minutes left to play in the game.
The ever so faithful, and I can say that they are fairly accurate right here with 3:45 left in the
Raymond
game.
hands it off to Perryman now, who gains about 2 yards before brought down by a load of Bear defenders.
And Pace Academy today is seeking their 5th win in a row and will play next week at Wesleyan. And looks to be a big game for the Knights, which they lost last season in a close game at home.
That throw looked to be, from Jared Raymond, looked to be just behind Gavin Guess, unable to connect.
After the big Wesleyan game, Pace has a bye week and then plays GAC, one of the top teams in the state, who they lost a bitter game in homecoming last year and look to seek big revenge at GAC this year.
So about 3 minutes left to play. Raymond still in the shotgun. Another quick throw, just short Again, receiver on the play was Chase Cameronolis, the freshman. That brings up 4th down and 9. Young Patrick Markwalter, comes out to punt. Good punt. Takes a pace bounce. And Ryan Mazer will down it around the 18-yard line. That's where Holy Innocents will take over with 2:49 left to play in the game.
A doozy of a punt right there from the freshman. Doing a good job coming in really his first big game, doing much in this subsequent beatdown of Holy Innocents.
Hand off up the middle to the fullback. Deron Moore looked to have lost his helmet for the Knights. He has to come out. 2 flags on the play.
And looking at the other games around the 6AA division, we have Wesleyan late in the 3rd quarter up 38-0 against Kip. Looks to be a subsequent victory for them. And then Lovett being up 38-6 in their big win over Best Academy. Just a couple more Region 6AA teams play it out.
An illegal man on the field for the Knights. 15-yard penalty brings the Bears to the 46-yard line. Hand up the middle to the fullback who hurdles forward to exactly midfield.
The final game going on in their remaining division is GAC playing Hateville, and GAC just took it into the end zone for another touchdown as they lead 30-7 with 10:42 left in the 3rd. Just a little news from around the local area.
Clock ticking around 2 minutes now. Another handoff to the fullback. He's still going. It looks to have gotten a 1st down. Almost took the entire Pace defense to bring him down. 1:50 left to play in the game.
And as this game will end in a big Pace victory, as it seems, Wesleyan also, they both will be a battle of the undefeateds. In fact, the final 2 undefeateds in Region 6AA that pose a big chance to make a big name in state playoffs.
Quarterback keeper to the right side. Still going, gets a 1st down. And about 3 more. A run of about 13 or 14 yards. Almost a whole new defense coming on for
team again, taking out the backups.
Another handoff up the middle to the fullback. He gains about 4 yards. Clock ticking around 1:15 now.
Pace Academy trying to cash in their 2nd shutout of the season, trying to stop Holy Innocents as they're making a late run for the end zone. Currently at the 26 and marching with only a minute left on the clock.
Hand off the middle again to the fullback, who's still going, gets a 1st down and more to the 15-yard line.
Clock is stopped at 42 seconds with the big 1st down by Holy Innocents.
Bears have a first down at the pace 50. Keeps it and is brought down near the first down mark. He was brought down by Jack Walsh on the play.
Holy Innocents still has all 3 timeouts left, but looks to just take it out and have one last play to close regulation.
7 seconds left. Run out the middle.
And they're stuffed. And that's going to be it.
That is a Knights win. A great second half performance of the Knights. Not so sure about the first half, but they were able to close it out well.
Look to be another big win as the Knights as they advance to 5-0 to take on the Wesley next week away.
Do tune in next Friday at 7:30 to see that game live. We will be there. From Will Nolte, Jack Wall, Connor Pelletier, and Joe Lochran, we say thank you for joining us, and good night, everybody.